A single footprint is useless when there is no one left to follow it. You are walking across dry ground at dusk. The light is orange. The grass scratches your ankles. Somewhere behind you, your group is moving through trees, but you cannot hear them anymore. At first, you stay calm. You stop. You listen. You wait for a voice, a cough, the crack of a branch, people who know your name. Nothing answers. For an ancient human, being alone was not just a feeling. It was a survival problem. Your body could run. Your hands could throw. Your brain could remember paths, faces, plants, and danger. Without other people, all those skills became smaller. How long would you last? For most of human history, your ancestors lived in small mobile groups, not cities or houses with locked doors. Anthropologist Richard Lee, who worked with the Jews/Honsi people of the Kalahari, showed how deeply food sharing and obligation shaped hunter-gatherer life. A hunter did not simply kill an animal and eat alone. Meat moved through relationships. Health moved too. Survival moved through relationships. That sounds soft. It was not. A group meant more eyes watching the horizon. More ears listening at night. More hands carrying children. More memories of where water had been found. When one person failed, another person remembered. When one person was injured, another person carried firewood. Alone, you had only one body. And one body breaks easily. Anthropologist Polly Wiesner studied firelight conversations among the Jews/Honsi and found something quietly powerful. Daytime talk focused on practical matters and tensions. Nighttime talk around the fire became stories, songs, memories, and emotional repair. Fire was not only heat. It was a social machine. It pulled people close. It reminded everyone who belonged. Now picture the lost person again. He is young but not a child. His hair is messy with dust. He has a stone flake in one hand. Hours ago, he followed tracks away from camp, sure he could find the others again. Now the sun has dropped and the shadows have become one large shadow. His mouth is dry. He wants to shout. But shouting might tell his group where he is. It might also tell something else. A leopard does not need to understand fear to use it. A hyena does not need to know your name. To a predator, an isolated human was not a hero. It was easier prey. Your ancestors were dangerous together. Alone they were prey. This is why the human fear of isolation runs deeper than boredom. It is older than phones. Older than cities. Older than written language. It was built in a world where silence could mean you had stepped outside your group. Robin Dunbar proposed the social brain hypothesis, the idea that large primate brains evolved partly to manage complex relationships. In plain English, your brain did not grow only to solve puzzles or make tools. It grew to remember who helped you, who lied, who shared meat, and who might leave you behind. That is a lot to track. And it mattered. In a small group, being disliked was not just awkward. Social rejection could change whether someone shared food with you, warned you, defended you, or looked for you when you disappeared. The loneliness hurt for a reason. Pain tells you to pull your hand away from fire. Hunger tells you to find food. Loneliness tells you to find people. But here is the surprising part. Ancient humans were not always surrounded by others. Someone might gather plants, follow animal tracks, search for water, scout a ridge, or step away after conflict. But your ancestors needed a strange balance. They had to fear being alone. And they had to function while alone. The lost man crouches beside a tree. He does not run wildly. Panic wastes water. Panic breaks memory. Instead, he rebuilds the world in his mind. The stream was behind him. The termite mound was to the left. The broken branch pointed toward the valley. Memory becomes a rope. He follows it. Back at camp, the group notices absence. Not instantly. Children cry. Someone scrapes hide. Someone feeds the fire. But small groups notice missing bodies in the way your mouth notices a missing tooth. The place around the fire is empty. Voice is gone. Someone says his name. Someone else looks toward the darkening trees. This is the part modern people often miss. Survival was not only individual toughness. It was social attention. The group had to care enough to notice. The lost person had to matter enough to search for. Archaeology cannot show every rescue, but it can show care. At Shanidar Cave, researchers found Neanderthal remains that helped inspire debates about injury, survival, and possible care. Even when interpretations change, the broader lesson remains powerful. Long before hospitals, some wounded people lived long enough to heal because others helped them. It leaves traces, not always in stone, sometimes in bones, sometimes in the fact that a fragile person survived it all. Being completely alone did not only threaten the body, it threatened the mind. The human brain expects faces. It expects shared rhythm. Walking together, eating together, listening to voices in the dark. Take those away and the world gets louder. Every sound matters. A twig snapping, bird alarm call, wind through grass, your own heartbeat. The lost man hears something. At first he freezes. Then he hears it again. Not a predator. Not wind. A voice. Far away. Thin. Human. His body changes before his thoughts do. His chest loosens. His legs move. He calls back, and this time the darkness is not empty. It answers. The rescue is not dramatic. Just figures appearing between trees, angry and relieved. Someone grabs his arm. Someone laughs too loudly. Someone scolds him because fear often wears the mask of anger. Then they walk back together. That word matters. Together. Today you can be alone in a locked room with food, water, lights, and a full battery. Your body is safer than your ancestors imagined. But your nervous system is older than your apartment. It still treats disconnection like danger. It still asks the ancient question, where are my people? This does not mean you are weak. It means your brain is doing something ancient. It is checking the social fire. It is searching for voices that once kept bodies alive in the dark. A single footprint is useless when there is no one left to follow it. But when someone follows it, the footprint becomes a path home.